Alright, so yeah, let's just begin. We're gonna start off with the overall shape right here. First, gotta have some kind of base where you can put the overall shape of the nose on. So something like this, just gonna flatten it out real quick, something like that. And then we're just gonna start off with building out the basic shape of the nose. So something like this. Super basic, just like a triangle outward, something like that. Then we gotta build the facial structure that's underneath, or like around at least. So the nasolabial fold right here, and then we have like eyebrows and stuff like that up here, and mouth down here. And then we have, you know, this cylindrical shape that's gonna be pointing outwards. So we're just gonna indicate that a little bit. Here it's gonna go outwards because we want from the side a triangle like that goes this way as well, right? So just gonna add that very quickly, something like so. Then we're gonna add the nose wings. So we're just gonna drag this out to the side. Super simple. Make this something like so. Then here we have the bone, right here we have the bone. So we just can indicate that, and then we can indicate like where the eye sockets are supposed to be, right? Something like here. And then we have this like ball here, something like that. We're just gonna add this like clear like plane right here, something like that. We can make the nose a little bit like longer, something like that. Then let's see here, just gonna add this. Use a lot of reference, guys, since that is very important. Make it a little bit more pointy here, make the wings a little bit further back. The mouth actually starting like the middle of the nose and not back, not like, the mouth ain't gonna start like here, it's actually gonna start more like here. So that's gonna make it more realistic right off the bat. Something like this, just gonna add this up here, because if you don't add the features around, it's gonna be hard to make the nose look like it's in the right place, right? So just gonna add this somewhat here. Gonna add these like triangles at the side. Gonna add these like cavities on the bottom, something like that. Then we're gonna drag this upward, this downward. Make sure that this is not too pointy, but a little bit pointy. So we can then just flatten it out somewhat. This plane right here. The planes, something like that, up here. And then in the middle here, we're gonna have this triangle that connects like the nose ball to the other part of cartilage, because here around we have like the bone, right, of the tip of the nose. That's right here. And here we have the cartilage and skin and all that good stuff. Then we're gonna add this upward, something like so. This more inwards. Push this outwards, and then here the nasolabial fold, just gonna create that fold a little bit better, something like this. Mouth right here, right? Just gonna add that, really simple. Gonna add this part that goes inwards. Gonna push this outward to create more of a basic shape of the lip, something like that. Push this downwards, push this at the sides. Yeah, you see, it doesn't need to be complicated because the sculpture isn't about the mouth, it's about the nose. Make sure that this actually has a curvature to it, like this, so it isn't like completely straight line, because that's gonna look weird in most cases. We're gonna move this part downwards, make it a little bit smaller, and then move the wings further forward like so, something like that. Make this sharp corner here, alright, something like so. Here we also need a sharp corner, something like that, I would say. And then we gotta move this outward a little bit, make it a little bit thicker. And then here, as I said before, move this upward, something like so. And then we have this curvature from this side, something like so. And I'm gonna move this upward and to the side, somewhat like that. Gonna move this a little bit as well. Add the plane more clearly. Make sure it's kind of like a triangle, maybe a little bit more round triangle, something like that. Perfect. And then here we have this part right here, and we're gonna just move this into like the triangle right here, something like that. Add this part of the nose where you split it in the middle right here. Make the triangle connect to that point, and then move this downward, move this upward, this downwards, and just make this like angle. And right here we're just gonna add like this basic shape. So something like here, eyebrow part, and then the eye part right here, right? Just gonna indicate that more clearly. And then there we basically have base, right? So now when we have this base, we're gonna like make the shapes a little bit more clear, a little bit more like realistic. Gonna move this part forward, move this backwards, like this like curve here, right? So let's work some more on it. Let's just create some more shapes. So right here, just gonna indicate all the anatomical things. Right here, the cartilage, and right here, just gonna indicate this, so it's nice and easy to see for you guys. Something like this. It's like clear plane change here, right? Something like that. You can see clear plane change. And then down here, we have like plane changes. We have actually a plane like right here. You can see the plane right there. And then carve downwards like here. And then I have like this part up here. And we are just gonna create something very simple like so. And then here, gonna connect this to your label fold, something like that. Add this like half circle shape right here. Then the bone structure right here, just gonna indicate that very, very slightly. And then we have the overall structure here. So we have some very basic shapes, right? And right now, just gonna indicate this something like so. Move this downwards, move this a little bit more like so, and then create this like sharp line right here. Move this a little bit further outwards, and something like so. And then right here, something like that. Then just gonna add these shapes like so. Starting to look kind of like a nose. Just sharpening everything up, make sure they work somewhat okay, you know. Here it's gonna be a plane more like this. Something like this, you see? Like the overall shape of the plane and the shape of the forms. That's really important. So now we're just gonna take the smooth brush and smooth it out a little bit. Something like that. And then just smoothing out something like this. Want the shapes to be kind of clearly defined. And then just sharpen up the points that needs to be sharpened up. So something like this, right? Sharpen up this. Around here, maybe actually sharpening up where the wing goes, something like that. You can sharpen up this part, something like so. A little bit here, right here. Gotta make those shapes work. Yes, so we can very easily move the shapes around. And then here we have this angle right here, like a triangle at the side. And then this like circular shape here, something like so. Just to add that little bit of an extra structure. Something kind of like that. Yeah, that looks pretty alright, guys. If you enjoyed this video, you might also enjoy our Discord server where you can chat with like-minded people. It's awesome. Subscribe to the channel to get more free content. So don't miss out on the learning opportunities from this channel. Bye!